Hello everyone, and welcome to my 2019 Monaco Grand Prix review. This was the 90th running of the historic Monaco Grand Prix, and it came a few days after the sad death of Niki Lauda. He was one of the most influential people in Formula One in and out of the car. And like many people, I was very sad to hear that he is no longer with us. But let's start with race winner Lewis Hamilton, who absorbed all sorts of pressure from Max Verstappen and managed to get his tires to the end of the race. After Charles Leclerc's crash brought out an early safety car, Hamilton put on medium tires and had to do 66 laps on a tire which Pirelli said could only do 50. But this is Monaco after all, and Hamilton completely hogged the middle of the road, and Verstappen, Vettel, and Bottas had no way of getting past. The five-time world champion complained over the radio about his tires numerous times, but I'm not sure if he was just bluffing or not. I think that seems to be one of Hamilton's few weaknesses. When things aren't really going his way, he can sometimes struggle to keep a cool head and push on. Again, I'm not sure if this was just all tactics from Hamilton or his tires were actually really that bad. But yeah, if the team listened to him and brought him in for a fresh set of tires, he would have finished third or fourth. And after all, it's Monaco, where it's almost impossible to overtake, so I can't understand why Hamilton was so distressed. But nonetheless, a great drive from the race winner. In second place, we have Sebastian Vettel, and I think that second is a pretty good result considering how dreadful of a weekend Ferrari had. Vettel was put on the back foot right from the start following his crash in FP3. He lacked the knowledge and the confidence during qualifying, which is really something you need in Monaco, and as a result, he qualified fourth behind Max Verstappen and the two Mercedes. After his teammate crashed, he pitted for hard tires under the safety car on lap 12, and he actually managed to jump Bottas. He was running in third for a good part of the race, but he was promoted to second after Verstappen got his penalty for the unsafe release. So overall, it was a good effort by Vettel to salvage this terrible weekend for Ferrari. Valtteri Bottas had quite a disappointing race to finish third. He could have easily won this race because he was looking so good in qualifying. I thought that on Saturday he had pole covered, but Hamilton managed to beat him by less than a tenth, and Bottas started second for the race. He was another one of the leaders that pit for hard tires during the safety car, but unfortunately for him, he lost out badly. He got hit by Verstappen when Red Bull released him at a bad time, and this also allowed Vettel to pass him. After that, he ran a fairly lonely race in fourth, but was promoted to third after Verstappen's penalty. In fourth place, we have Max Verstappen, who gave us a lot of excitement and entertainment during the race. He started third and very nearly got past Bottas in the first corner, but he couldn't quite get the move done. Verstappen pit for hard tires on lap 12 under the safety car, and Red Bull released him from the pit box right into the path of Bottas, who he collided with. The stewards deemed this as an unsafe release and gave Verstappen a 5-second time penalty. Running second behind Hamilton with the 5-second penalty, Verstappen's only option was to force his way past and try to open up a 5-second gap to Hamilton. Verstappen applied pressure and was waiting to pounce for many laps, and the closest he got was a kamikaze attempt into the Nouvelle chicane, which was unsuccessful. That was Verstappen's best chance. He couldn't make the move stick and ended up in fourth after the penalty was applied. Overall, it was a great drive from Verstappen. The unsafe release was quite unfortunate. His teammate Pierre Gasly had a solid performance, finishing fifth after starting eighth. Surprisingly, he only finished 9 seconds off of Hamilton. It seemed like he was quite a lot farther back. But this is what Red Bull want from him, racking up these 4th, 5th, and 6th places. Now he seems to be getting more comfortable with the car, and he's getting faster with every race. The midfield battle was quite interesting, but barely got any camera time during the race. Carlos Sainz was the best of the rest, finishing an impressive 6th, and Daniel Kvyat was 7th. It was a much-needed result from both drivers who have had their fair share of bad luck this season. Alex Albon finished in 8th, ending his streak of 11th place finishes. Daniel Ricciardo managed to recover to 9th after massively losing out to other midfield runners during the safety car. Romain Grosjean salvaged his weekend in 10th during a monster stint on the soft tires, doing 51 laps. So that was the top 10, but now let's look at Charles Leclerc. It was a nightmare weekend, not at all what the Monegasque driver was expecting at his home race. He was knocked out in the first part of qualifying after an elementary error from Ferrari. With a few minutes to go in Q1, Leclerc sat in 12th, and for some reason Ferrari left him in the garage, and he got knocked out of qualifying by his own teammate Sebastian Vettel. I mean, you don't even need any computers, you don't need any data to have the common sense to go out if you're 12th. Even a casual F1 fan could make that call for Leclerc to go out. Ferrari have done this many times, and they've made quite a habit of leaving their drivers in, and they eventually get knocked out in qualifying. But Leclerc started 16th during the race, and he made a bold move on Romain Grosjean into Rascasse and just managed to squeeze through. He tried the same move on Nico Hülkenberg, but that time it didn't work, and Leclerc got a puncture, which ended his race. A truly horror weekend for Leclerc and Ferrari. So guys, that is my review for the 2019 Monaco Grand Prix, and overall it was a pretty good race. It gave us a unique type of action. The leaders staying out on a trash set of tires and still winning is something we only see in Monaco. The huge trains of cars and the chaos when cars are being lapped are things that only happen at Monaco. The F1 community has been divided over whether it's suitable for F1. Well, the truth is, the streets of Monaco are not at all suitable to host a Formula 1 race. But that's the reason why I think it should remain on the calendar. The racing may not be the most exciting, but it is by far the most unique. Sometimes we're going to get classic races, other times we're going to get processions. But that's the beauty of Monaco, you're never really going to know. Even the cramped paddocks and the cramped pits add to the uniqueness of this place. Coupled with the history of the Monaco Grand Prix and the spectacle of the cars going flat out through the swimming pool section, I think that the Monaco Grand Prix should remain on the F1 calendar. I'm sure that a lot of you guys watching will have a different opinion, and I want to know what you guys think, so leave your opinions about the race and whether Monaco should stay on the calendar or not in the comments section below. But that's going to do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, Kids Love F1. I would really appreciate it. You can also follow me on Twitter at Kids Love F1. Remember, if you have any thoughts or opinions about F1 or anything F1 related, just leave a comment and I reply to every single one. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!